You look capable. I could use some help. If you aren't afraid of a ruthless, dastardly scoundrel. Let me start again. I represent Cyrodiilic Collections, a society dedicated to finding, retrieving, and restoring lost treasures of the Argonians.
Так, а я чем могу помочь?
Our society consists of my sister, myself, and a few associates. We've been preparing an expedition to return the antiquities we've recovered to Murkmire, deep in the heart of Black Marsh. Unfortunately, our competition has become aggressive. One and the same. Margus Darius. He's a looter of history who cares only about profit. He was a member of our society until he stole our research and disappeared. I need you to infiltrate the nearby Outlaws' refuge and find out what Margus is up to.
What?
Well, I've never visited an Outlaws' refuge myself. I have it on good authority that all manner of ne'er-do-wells frequent such places. Scoundrels, black marketeers, and smugglers of ill repute. Just the sort of company that Margus keeps.
И что там надо сделать? Ну, понятно, что разузнать опять такие
Talk to
вопросы.
a few more connected rapscallions that conduct business down there. I know a few of them by reputation. Look for Grathal, an information broker, Urzashi, an antiquities black marketeer, and Ashundir, a historic treasure smuggler.
Ты слишком много о них знаешь. Так, ну-ка расскажи об этом человеке.
Margus originally approached us as a friend and benefactor. I honestly thought he wanted to help return the lost Argonian treasures to their rightful owners. He worked with us for a time, but it wasn't long before he revealed his true colors.
И что ему нужно?
Margus wants the antiquities for himself. This competition has taken a violent turn. He has a brutal temper and some skill at spellcasting. Makes me fearful for my associates. Anyway, I think Margus is especially interested in pre-Duskfall relics.
Что за эпоха такая?
Duskfall refers to the slow decline of the great Zoxlil civilization. Ages ago, the Argonians built pyramids called Zomnirs, and were much more advanced. Most of our research deals with the more dangerous relics of that period.
А реликвии опасные?
No, not specifically. But even a hammer can be used for good or ill. Margus seeks one of the pre-Duskfall relics, I'm sure of it. I just need to figure out which one before something terrible occurs. With your help, we can avert a disaster.
А чем ваша организация занимается?
We're historic investigators. We research and seek out antiquities stolen from the Argonian homeland. When we find them, we return them to Black Marsh. Well, that's the plan. We have a few more items to collect before we make our first journey.
Но если я что-то найду, я потом, естественно, к своим родственничкам аргонянам вернусь, да. Вы собираетесь все
Certainly
вернуть?
the most important ones. We do need to raise enough gold to finance our operations, though. We'll hold on to a few items to eventually open a museum in Blackmarsh. A place where these cultural treasures can be enjoyed by everyone.
Но почему именно наша страна?
My sister Famia became fascinated with Argonian history during our time at the university. When she returned home, her stories intrigued me, and I became interested in the topic as well. I can't wait to join her in Murkmire.
И что там в трясинах?
As soon as we recover the last of the Argonian antiquities on my list, we'll organize an expedition to that region of Blackmarsh. My sister's gone on ahead to set up a base camp and smooth away with the locals.
То есть вы просто так вернете все вещи? Ну, не все, естественно, часть вы оставите себе, но...
We plan to return most items to their rightful owners. We chose Murkmire, since our research suggests the majority of the items on our list originate there. Finding the rightful owners may require additional expeditions in the area, though.
А почему я должен туда пролезать?
I may be new to the Argonian antiquities trade, but Margus and his cronies know me all too well. They'd turn me away or stick a dagger in my back before the door closes behind me. I need someone without any ties to Cyrodiilic Collections for this.
Пока я буду туда лазить и все разведывать, что будешь делать ты?
I have other agents that need to be supervised and coordinated. Marcus has already beaten us to a few choice antiquities. I need to make sure that trend doesn't continue. I also have a few leads of my own to follow up on. I'll see you back here.
И вот мы заползли в ближайшее убежище.
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Ну-ка, Грета, что
If you're looking
скажете?
for information, then you've come to the right place. I am the most knowledgeable broker in the refuge. On the other hand, if you work for the town guard, I have no idea what we're talking about.
Что вы знаете об этом человеке?
Well, information is my primary business, and business is good. Which reminds me, I never give anything away for free, especially information. Perform a favor for me. Then I'll tell you what I know about Margus Darius.
Какого рода услуга?
The best kind. One that benefits us both. Allow me to mark a house on your map. Inside you'll find a crate that contains an elegant jacket. I am something of a snappy dresser, and I want that jacket. Bring it to me, and I'll tell you all about Margus.
Хорошо, позаимствуем. Нет, ладно, это эстонский акцент уже получается. Так, а вам что?
1,000 greetings, Wayfarer. This is no place for casual visitors. You have wandered into a nest of vipers. But have no fear. A Shundir will take care of you. Come closer and let us conduct business.
Ты контрабандист.
Oh, I prefer merchant to smuggler, but call me what you will. I transport rare and valuable antiquities, no questions asked. I'm also considered the most knowledgeable Argonian relics expert outside of Black Marsh. So, how can I help you this day?
Можешь что-нибудь о нем рассказать?
I know Margus well. We both deal in antiquities. He actually approached me recently. As a consultant, you understand. So I'm familiar with Margus's current plans. I am happy to share that information. In exchange for a simple favor.
Ну ладно, давай, раз она простая. Что за услуга?
I require a Wamasu egg. Not just any egg, mind you. A specific egg from a specific nest. Let me mark the location on your map. Bring me an egg from that nest, and I'll tell you more about Margus than you really care to know.
Ты его хочешь вырастить или съесть и сделать омлет? Ладно,
Do
сделаем.
not take too long. I want an egg, not a hatchling after all.
Все-таки скушать.
May 100 shades of luck color your days, Wayfarer.
Так, и еще один скупщик, наверное.
The black market is closed. This one has inventories to catalog, and my assistant has yet to return. I sent him to retrieve a package, but he never came back. Bother someone else, please.
Можешь что-нибудь рассказать? Продается, нет, аргонянские предметы?
You don't take a hint very well, do you? To answer your question, this market buys and sells certain items of historic value. We maintain an extensive list of wealthy collectors and are always on the lookout for specific relics. Why do you ask?
Потому что мне надо знать о Маргитерии.
You want to know about Margus? Interesting.
Маргус.
Very well. Perform a service and this one will tell you what you want to know. Locate my assistant and bring him back. Or at least tell me if it is time to hire a new one. Good help is so hard to find.
И куда же он пошел?
This one sent Argar to an old ruin. He was to pick up a package from some thieves we do business with and bring it to me. Here,
Что у вас там за
let me mark
закладки?
the location on your map.
Ай-яй.
Go find out what happened to him. Then I will tell you about Margus Darius.
Хорошо, в принципе, честная сделка. Я не знаю, нужно ли выполнять задания всех или нет, но скоро узнаю. Так, вот из этого домика надо попробовать достать жакет. Так как взломщик из меня не очень, надеюсь, получится.
These antics must cease. Be gone.
Ля-ля-ля-ля-ля-ля-ля. До свидания. Так, следующее. Достать яйцо. Так, кажется даже, что никто ничего не заметил. Так, язык Шаграта называется так локация. Не обращайте внимания. Оу.
From the sides.
Так, и на вот сюда. Ой-ой-ой. Хотел собрать информацию о помощнике, а тут... Вот стена. Вызывает к природе. Не сумел он выполнить свое задание. Что тут вообще происходит? Какой-то ритуал. Убивание. Убийство, да. Убивание. Мгм.
If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Вот вернулись обратно в гильдию воров.
A little bird
Подземелье.
told me you were on your way down here. It also mentioned that you had something that would make both of us very happy. Is it true? Were you able to acquire the elegant jacket?
Да, я с улоканем забрал твой жакет. Вот, пожалуйста.
Perfect. Did you know this jacket belonged to an associate of Margus Darius? There should be a note in the pocket. Ah, here it is. And this confirms the information I promised to share with you. Margus works with a group called the Blackguards.
И кто это?
Just one of the most dangerous bands of outlaws to emerge from the swamps of Black Marsh. The group supposedly started years ago in Black Rose Prison. I'm not sure why Margus and the Blackguards are working together, but nothing good will come of it.
А, я думал, она из заключенных. Группа возникла, она из надзирателей. Так. Ваши яйки, сэр.
Welcome back, Wayfarer. Was your journey successful? Have you acquired one of those beautiful eggs as I requested?
Вот она.
What an exquisite specimen. Well done, my friend, well done. As for the information you required, know that Margus has involved himself with a band of thugs and outlaws. They hide in a dark cave like poisonous mushrooms.
И где эта пещера?
I can tell you that the cave is called the Sunless Hollow, and it's located not too far from here. I have one more bit of advice. Margus and his associates are dangerous. Should you find them, I suggest caution. And that concludes our business.
Хорошо. Так, и последняя сдача.
Was your search successful? Were you able to find my assistant, Argar?
Тебе придется искать нового помощника.
This one wishes it weren't. But that is definitely Argar's blade. Such are the risks when dealing with the criminal element. Well, no use crying over spilled moon sugar. You
Я, кстати,
provided
никакие
the service.
припасы и
Now,
воровские нычки там
remind
не
me what you
находил.
wanted to know.
Но мне не надо, вроде было окей. Что ты можешь им рассказать?
This one hears rumors. Margus Darius searches for Argonian relics
Ну,
of
это я и так знаю.
considerable power.
Ага,
Something
склад.
from the time of the great Argonian civilization, as I understand it. Margus has a hidden storehouse for these relics, but that's all this one knows.
Неплохо. Так. Теперь надо рассказать то, что... Рассказать о том, какую информацию мы получили. Дело сделано. Вот
Oh,
информация.
good, you're back. I just returned from my own investigations. I followed a lead, but the trail ran cold. Very disappointing. So tell me what happened in the Outlaws' Refuge. Were you able to learn anything new about Margus Darius? The blackguards. My sister's tangled with them in Murkmire. I need to warn Gilar. He's one of our agents. I've got him looking into Margus as well, but you seem to be having more luck. What else did you learn?
У них есть тайный склад с реликвиями.
That's troubling. If we don't act fast, those antiquities will disappear, and the Argonians will lose a little more of their history. If only we knew where this hidden storehouse was located.
Ну, мы вообще-то знаем.
You are a wonder, my friend. I know exactly where that cave is. Allow me to mark the location on your map. Are you willing to see this through? I'll rally Gilar, but time is of the essence. Will you go to Sunless Hollow and recover the relics?
Любой каприз, если вы платите. Так, темная долина. Стоп, а где квест? Видимо он. На самом деле это был другой квест. А нам надо на самом деле вот сюда. А вот и вход. Вообще с кем-то должен был связаться? Ну да ладно. Кому нужны связные? Им не жарко тут? Париться. Интересно, получится прокрасться? Эх. И увидеть сзади нельзя. Извини, Котя. Вроде никого нет. Угу, ожерелье. А здесь старая табличка.
That doesn't belong to you.
Да ты что? Скорее всего, оно и не твое тоже.
Answer quick. Are you a blackguard, or are you the friend Concordia sent me to assist?
Я друг Конкордии.
Sounds like you didn't need Gilar's help after all. Ah well, I'm not anxious to fight with these blackguards anyway. I erect the spine of greeting, new friend of Gilar. I am happy to meet you, and that's a fact.
Давай пожмем гребни. Чмяк-чмяк. Итак, как давно ты работаешь на них?
I have been with Concordia and her sister from the beginning. I left my home in Murkmire to help recover the stolen past of my people, and to participate in adventures, all very exciting. Head back to Concordia and I'll meet you there.
Давай, увидимся там. Как бы отсюда так аккуратно спуститься? Нет! Это было ни капельки не больно. Дело сделано.
Tell me your trip to Sunless Hollow was successful, my friend. I could use a little good news right about now.
Да, рок табличка.
let me see what you found.
Ожерелье,
An
точнее.
Argonian charm necklace. See the amulet? That's a river stone. The Imperial Legion called them swamp coins. And this is a Zalto tablet. That literally translates as sacred secret. Very interesting.
И что насчет ценности?
An old legend involves a necklace and a tablet, if I'm right. Return to the Outlaw's Refuge and talk to Ashundir the smuggler. He's an expert on Argonian lore. Ask him what he knows about these relics. Meanwhile, there's a book I need to look at.
Похоже, что я как аргонянин прогуливал свою школу и не знаю историю предков, поэтому ладно, хорошо, я встречусь с ним.
Deal with Margistorius.
Нет.
This is all your fault. Oh, criminal activity always carries a certain amount of danger. But your questions have brought this Wamesupo down upon our heads. Poor Eshundir. He didn't deserve this fate.
Я не виноват. Это он слил информацию каким-то образом? Где-то спалился. Я что? Мне нужна была информация. Я делал для вас задание. Что здесь произошло?
This one has no proof. But I'm sure Marga sent one of his blackguard thugs to silence poor Eshundir. I feel it in my tail. Greta slipped away at the first sign of trouble, and I hid in a crate. Eshundir, he wasn't so lucky.
Эх, я надеялся, что он мне расскажет об этих предметах.
Antiquities, you say? Let me have a look. This one is not the expert that the Eshundir is. Was. But this tablet tells the secret of an Argonian nightmare idol. Very rare. Probably dangerous. Why did you make me touch these things? Take them back!
Давай. Чё за идол такой? Я вообще не знаю. Я хотел узнать, что это за реликвии.
No, I will say nothing else. This one prefers to keep her blood inside her body. But these items point to other relics. Relics Margus needs to reach his ultimate goal. Whatever that is. The blackguard murderer. Maybe he left a clue you could follow.
Сейчас поищем. Так.
You. Over here.
Нет, я не буду брать у тебя квест. Записка. Грета, преподать урок, оставить напоминание, закопать в могилу, убить. То есть убить только его одного. Возвращайся в руины. Есть ножик. Вообще странно, что он не забрал свой нож.
Over here, friend of Concordia.
Плохой убийца. Зачем бросать просто так его? Кто-то спалил.
There you are. Was the smuggler able to tell you anything about those antiquities you found? Concordia certainly seems to think they might be important. I'm still learning to understand dry skin emotions, but I'm pretty sure she's concerned.
Ну, конечно, они важны, раз ради них людей убивают.
Concordia mentions something about the Zalto tablet, an old legend. Reminds me of a story my egg mother used to tell me about a cursed skull. That's a worry for later. Concordia sent me to help you right before she departed.
А куда она поехала?
Concordia has a camp in Shadowfen outside Stormhold. She went to check on things and do a little more research on the items you recovered. As for us, we need to figure out how to find Margus. Fast.
Да, вот, в записке сказано. Вообще не знаю, как можно обронить кинжал, обронить записку. Ну, ладно, вот.
Chitmaska, that's in Shadowfen, and that's a fact. We should hurry if we want to stop Margus and the blackguards. I can arrange transportation for us. Just tell me when you're ready to go.
Да, поехали. О, родные края. Родная грязюка, родные жареные крыски. Какая прелесть.
The ruins are up ahead. I'll wait here and make sure the boat stays safe. There are all kinds of horrible creatures in the swamp, and some of them eat boats. That's a fact.
Может, теми, кто в лодках. Можешь что-нибудь рассказать о легенде и о табличке?
Well, Zalto means sacred secret. Each tablet contains its own mystery. I think this one is related to the legend of Bila Kar. He was an ancient Argonian sorcerer, terrorized most of Black Marsh, or so the story goes.
Чё за маг?
Not the sorcerer, but the relic he left behind. The legend claims that Bila Kar used his considerable arcane energy to imbue his skull with a powerful curse when he died. The process turned the skull into solid gold.
Наполнить свой череп, то есть... Это какой-то способ самоубийства? Думаешь, за ним они пришли?
That seems unlikely. The story I heard claims that the skull was hidden on an island off the coast of Black Marsh. Margus probably has the blackguards looking for more clues that point to the skull's exact location. Be careful in there, my friend.
Хорошо. А вот и руины нужны нам. Пол. Девушки, я занят. Мне надо бежать. Странно, что аргониане здесь. Или это наемник? Ай. Так, надо попробовать быстренько добежать до места и потом отвязаться от них. Все? А, видимо, это место для возвращения, надо бежать туда. Ну, то есть, когда данж заканчивается, чтобы не бежать через весь данж. Сделали место для сокращения пути. О, сундучок, сундучок. Ради. Ой, мимо сундука. Была бы у меня невидимость, я бы на них пробегал. Ай. Но не сужден. Да ёлки-палки. Как-то они частично отстают, частично. Защитник идола. А вот и маска, идол. Полая статуэтка внутри. Что же было там? Кстати, прямо на входе этого святилища стояла статуя такого же идола. Только побольше. Ну что, отправляемся обратно.
You found something? And you made it out alive! Oh, you continue to surprise me, my friend. Hop in the boat and we'll head for Concordia's camp outside Stormhold.
Так, это где это мы? В Синетопе, но в другом месте.
Finally! You don't know how worried I was for you and Gilar. After I heard about the murder in the Outlaws' Refuge, all I could imagine was you and my agent lying in a ditch somewhere. I don't suppose you learned more about Margus's plans.
Да, оказалось, что таблички надо читать, и там было про идол.
That corresponds with what I was able to determine, and I'm sure it's somehow related to the legends of Bilakar. But what happened to you and Gilar after you left the Outlaws' Refuge? Were you able to track down Margus?
Его не нашли идол, но он пуст.
What an excellent specimen. But see this opening on the back of the statue? A cavity. But whatever was stored inside it is missing. It looks like Margus Darius continues to remain one step ahead of us. Curse his arrogant eyes.
И что же ему нужно? Зачем он находится?
Only one conclusion makes sense. Margus seeks the golden skull of Bilakar. Whatever was inside the idol could lead him right to it.
А твой
We'll
ящер
worry
говорил,
for
что
later.
нет. Ну ладно.
Right now, know that Cyrodiilic Collections appreciates your help. Take
О,
this
это
with
больше,
our
чем
thanks.
150 золотых.
All right, time to get back to work. We need to figure out how to keep Margus Darius from finding the golden skull of Bilakar before we do. The survival of Cyrodiilic Collections depends upon it. Not to mention Murkmire. Maybe all of Blackmarsh.
Ну-ка, расскажи об этом черепе. Из
Depends on the
золота.
source. But all the legends indicate that the skull contains powerful magic. Not to mention a curse that could destroy Murkmire. I shudder at the very notion of someone like Margus or the Blackguards getting their hands on it.
И как нам найти этот суперчереп? Точнее, как нам помешать добраться до него?
We need to follow the trail. Whatever Margus found inside the idol, he's going to need Argonian experts to help him decipher it. Talk to Gilar. He knows a few local Argonians with knowledge of Murkmire. That's who Margus will seek out as well.
Ну да, он местный. У него
Gilar's
должен
down
быть
by the
контакт.
water working on his boat. He should be able to point you to the Argonians most likely to possess the knowledge that Margus needs. Get to them and find out what Margus questioned them about.
И глупые вопросы зачем искать?
As much as Margus desires Argonian antiquities, he doesn't really know that much about them. He's going to need help making sense of whatever he found inside the idol. For that, he'll turn to the most knowledgeable Argonians he can find.
Это, наверное, если ты прослушал квест, а потом такой, ой, забыл, что там было, и можешь переспросить ее обо всем.
The cursed skull scares the wind out of my sails, and that's a fact. Does Concordia have more work for us to do?
Знаешь местных экспертов?
Why didn't I think of that? The Blackguards are sure to harass anyone they think can help them decipher the clues that lead to the cursed skull. I can think of 5 or 6 knowledgeable Argonians right here in Shadowfen.
Ну и как их найти?
Here, you check on the Argonians on this list, and I'll go check on a few others. Meet me back here after you're done, and we can compare notes. Just be careful. If the Blackguards found them, there's a good chance they're keeping an eye on them.
И вон они разбросаны в разных частях Тинитопи.